Alright, Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America. Okay, so first and foremost, before I get started with this lesson, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Harakam Radash. And of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and elders that rule well and that taught us this truth. And Great Millstone, RIGMS for short. And a sincere shalom to all you Akim out there preaching this word in all truth and in sincerity. Okay, so we're at the end. Okay, we're living in the last days. Alright, I had a Jake walk by and asked me if I was taking pictures, if I was out here taking pictures. Now, you got people that have jobs to take pictures, to film, music videos and things of that nature. But our job as the prophets of the Lord is to come out here and prophesy. Okay, I told that Jake that America is about to be destroyed. Okay, and America is Babylon the Great, according to the Bible, according to the Scriptures. Okay, so we're out here to declare the truth. Okay, and part of the truth is who we are as a people. Now, I don't have the tribe chart out here. The brothers went out yesterday, right here across the street. The brother Aboria, the brother Rabba Allah, from the Seek the Way camp. That's the camp that I'm part of. And I couldn't make it to camp yesterday. So, between me and the Lord, I said I would go out today, if it be on my own or with the brothers or whatever. The brother just so happened to be busy. Of course, he went out yesterday. So just as part of my reasonable service, I'm out here preaching the word. All right. So let's start this off. Okay, with Jeremiah. 28. This is Jeremiah 28 and 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. And right here in America, okay, there is pestilence out here. All right, they're talking about the COVID-19, the coronavirus, which I believe is just a hoax to crash the economy. It's just a hoax to, suppress people's rights, and ultimately, to get everybody conditioned for martial law and various other things that he so wants to bring about, such as the mark of the beast. But the prophets of old, okay, the prophets from the beginning of time, they prophesied against great kingdoms. And America is Babylon the Great. America is a great kingdom. Okay? This is a great kingdom. I believe when you look at the largest continents or the largest countries in the world, it goes Russia, America, along with Canada, and I believe China, or Russia, America, and Canada, when it comes to landmass. But not only what makes America great, not just the landmass, but also its military, okay, its economy, okay, and the what do you call it, the great melting pot it consists of, because here in America, all nations are gathered together, okay. This is a great melting pot. It makes it great with the influence it has throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay? But we are to prophesy against this place. You got other Israelite groups that teach prosperity doctrines, that preach that we should be building up our kingdom within Esau's kingdom. And that isn't according to the scriptures. Okay? The job of the prophets, every time a nation was about to go down, no matter how great or how small it was, the Lord always sent out his prophets. Okay, when it came down to our own downfall, when Samaria, which is the northern kingdom of Israel, when Samaria went into captivity, which is Ephraim, okay, and when Judah, which is Jerusalem, when they went into captivity, when they fell, prophets were set up to warn them, to tell them that they were about to fall as well. Okay, so prophets are always set up to warn and give prophecies of what's to come. And what's coming is the destruction and downfall of America. All right? Read that again. This is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before the of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right? And what is being talked about of the future of America? World War III. Okay, nuclear destruction. That is coming to this place, man. Whether you can embrace that or not. Okay, America's going to fall by nuclear fire. All right? This is, we get this in the book of Ezekiel. Actually, this is Amos chapter 9, verse 8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, are upon the sinful kingdom. And what country in the world, or what kingdom in the world, if you will, goes around colonizing and telling other nations what to do? What country pushes its vibration, its philosophies on the world? You know, I'll throw you a scoff. You know, I'll wait. I'll wait for a reply. But to be straightforward, all right, America is that country, man. Okay, America pushes these wicked vibrations on the world. Okay, such as homosexuality, bestiality, witchcraft, okay, murder, theft. Look at the music industry, man. Okay, what's on BET? What's on MTV? It's mainly a bunch of M's, a bunch of niggas, if you will, so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Americans, acting a fool, teaching the world and the children of our nation, the people of our nation, to act a fool, which is contrary to the scriptures, man, which is witchcraft, man. Okay, they literally teach witchcraft. You had that woman, Nicki Minaj. She had a song. It was called something. It was called. It was called something potions. I'll look it up. You know, I'll look it up, but let me see. Bear with me for a second. It was called pills and potions. And pills have to do with the pharmaceutical company. Okay, which America is number one. One of America's major exports is pharmaceutical drugs. Okay, it's weapons, you know, military hardware, and pharmaceutical drugs. That's why America's over there in Afghanistan. Okay, guarding those poppy fields for all the opium, to produce all the opiates, which is where you get those pills, which is where you get those potions. You got niggas all bugged out which is codeine. Codeine mixed with promethazine, or just straight up codeine, which is an opiate, which is a liquid form of heroin. That's why you got the niggas all high out their mind. Okay? And that has to do with pharmaceuticals, which goes back to pharmakia. Okay? Pharmakia is the Greek word witchcraft. Okay? And that's what you Edomites are known for. That's what you're known for bringing into this world. Is violence, drugs, witchcraft, okay, bestiality, all these things that are perverse. This is Amos chapter 9 verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai are upon the silver kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. That's why I was telling Jake before I rolled the footage that America's about to be destroyed. And it's going to be destroyed by nuclear fire, man. By nuclear missiles, man. Okay? Why? Because of vibration that it pushes, man, for the wickedness it pushes. Okay? Here it is, Esau, the so-called white man. He's in the world slaughtering our people left and right. Now the scriptures do talk to warn our people of these things. But Esau will be unjustified in some of the things he's doing. Okay. Yeah, our people deserve to be judged. But according to the law, they were supposed to be judged by our congregation. Okay. Here Esau doesn't allow us to practice our customs. So that right there is wickedness. That right there is wickedness. And what does Esau do? He'll go and judge our people according to their wickedness, but he'll do it just because it's in the power of his hand. And he's addicted to that. Okay, when it comes to violence, that is a pleasure of the so-called white race. Of these Edomites. Okay. As the scripture saith, the thief cometh not before to steal and to kill. And that's the so-called white man, so-called white woman, so-called white child. Okay? You can call us racist, you can say, oh, you're wrong. So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans kill each other too. That's true. And they're going to be judged according to their actions. According to the fruits of their doings, which are their actions. Okay? It says, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. So although the Lord is going to make an end to these nations that are round about us, he's going to destroy their kingdoms and bring them into slavery. Though we're going to be in the midst when destruction blows upon this place, the Lord is going to save us out of this, man. He's going to save us. Okay? This is Revelation. Chapter 7 and verse 1. And after those things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth. And that's talking about the circumference of the planet. There's literally angels, great spirits, holding back the destruction of this place. Okay? Keeping the spirits, keeping the judgment held in place. For a moment in time, in which that moment is coming. Okay, it's not getting this one. It's hella hot out here. I don't know how hot, but I know it's in the triple digits. Or should be. holding the four winds of the earth, the destruction, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. Meaning that they're holding the destruction back, but when the destruction comes, it's going to hit and destroy. It's going to destroy land. It's going to destroy people, man. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and he cried with a voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. So the destruction is going to come until the servants of the Lord are sealed. They're sealed in their foreheads, as it says, which is parabolic for them receiving this knowledge, for their mind to be free from the bondage of this world and given to the bondage of Yahushua, which is the truth. Okay? That's the truth. You have to be, like the brothers talk about. People say, oh, you're brainwashed. Oh, you guys are brainwashed. And that's true. But look at those words. Okay? These people out here, their minds are polluted, which I'm going to get that in a second. That's the reason why this place has to be destroyed. But our mind, our brain is being cleaned. It's being cleansed by the word. As the scripture says, how can a man cleanse his way? By taking heed to the word. By taking heed to this word, this truth, this knowledge. You know, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, man, you're going to find out. You're going to find out what we're saying is the truth. That's where all you're going to prophesy to, man. To wake up, to seal the servants of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai in their forehead, in their mind. La'ab, their heart, their mind. To get their mind right, their heart right. To give them the truth, to give them the names of the Lord. Okay? So they can be prepared for what's to come. You other Israelites are not preparing our people, man. Like I started saying, you other Israelites are teaching our people a prosperity doctrine. Teaching our people smooth things that it's going to be okay. When it's not going to be okay, man. It's not going to be okay. Okay, we're living in the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay? It says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Alright? So there's going to be 12,000 men out of each tribe that are chosen to be filled with this word to prophesy. And once the last member of the elect is sealed, destruction is going to sweep this place, man. Which, if you have any common sense, destruction is starting to hit this place, man. Okay, America is in a decline, an economic decline. You know, an economic decline. The dollar is losing its value. It's losing its buying power. That's why, damn near overnight, gold was skyrocketing, man. Gold right now is almost $2,000 an ounce. Okay, it has never seen that record in existence of this kingdom. Right now, gold is at $1,969 an ounce, a troy ounce. That's a very small amount of gold, and the power that it has. Okay, you could have 1 ounce of gold. You could have 1 ounce of gold and damn near take any car you want off the lot. That's how much buying power it has. Okay, you could take 1 ounce of gold and have food for a year and a half, 2 years. You know, that's how much buying power it has. You know, you have enough gold, you could drop that on a house. Now, gold, it doesn't have the value that it does today versus what it had in the ancient world, because the money that we have now isn't real money. Okay, it's a IOU. That's why on the dollar it says debt. Okay, you can look on the dollar, it'll say debt. Okay, it's not real money. It was supposed to be backed by silver and gold during the Great Depression. I believe it's when they stripped it of its numismatic value, if you will. Okay. It says, of the tribe of Judah were still 12,000. So, of the tribe of Reuben were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Asher were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Naphtali were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Zebulun were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph were still 12,000. Of the tribe of Benjamin were still 12,000. So it's 12,000 out of each of those tribes. Okay? Which are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. How do we know that? How do we know that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are really the Israelites? Well, there's a lot of archaeological evidence that backs up that the Israelites are so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. For an example, look at the pyramids. Okay, the pyramids that were built in Egypt. Okay, the treasure cities, which were where the pyramids were built. When you read the scriptures, it said that Pharaoh, the Egyptians, afflicted the Israelites for 400 years. Okay, that we would be captive for 400 years. And the more that we increased as a people, the more they afflicted us, the more they made our they increased our work, our slave output, if you will. And they had us build their treasure cities, which are those pyramids. Now here in America, you got pyramids. Whether you're talking about North America, Central America, South America, the Caribbean, they found pyramids in those places. Okay, the so-called Puerto Ricans, which is the tribe of Ephraim, the heads of the Northern Kingdom, they have a jungle out there in Puerto Rico, and it's called El Yunque. And they have pyramids. Or the Native Americans, which are the tribe of Gad. They were building pyramids here in the Midwest. Okay. The Aztecs, which are so-called Mexicans, which are really the tribe of Issachar, they were building pyramids. Okay. Chichen Itza and all those world wonders. You know, those pyramids. Those pyramids are an actual world wonder. You got people, scholars, that are teaching that those pyramids were created through advanced technology. But when you read the scriptures, our forefathers, primarily Abraham, he taught the Egyptians mathematics, man. He taught them various, physics, He taught them those things, man. It says, after this, I beheld below a great multitude, which no man can number, of all nations, and kindreds, and people, and tongues, stood before the throne, and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, and palms in their hands. So this is talking about Israelite foreigners. Okay. When it says, and after this I beheld low and great. It's lucky. And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man can number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues. That's talking about Israelite foreigners, man. That's not talking about other nations can make it, or other nations are going to make it. Okay, that's a fable. This is Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushai, which the name Yahushai is ancient Hebrew. It's the Lashon Kodash, which is the holy tongue. Okay, and that name Yahushai means he delivers. Okay, he delivers who? He's going to deliver the children of Israel. And as it says, for he shall save his people from their sins. So that's how he's going to deliver us. Or that is how he delivered us. Okay, Yahushai delivered us from the judgment of the law. From the judgment of the law. In the sense of, we can break the law, or we broke the law, but we repented and come back and pray and have faith and repent to the names of Yahushai, and the Lord can grant us mercy. Okay? The Lord can grant you mercy. He can relieve you of all sins, no matter what sins they are. Okay? Such example is King David. Okay? King David, he committed sins that were unto death. But what did he do? He repented to the Lord. And the scriptures talk about the house of David. It talks about receiving the sure mercies of David. Okay, which is what? Ultimately being absolved, being relieved of your sins that you committed in your flesh. In this flesh. There's not one person on this planet is perfect, man. Not one person on this planet is perfect. Okay? So she shall bring forth the son. You already read that. And his name shall be called Yahushai. For he shall save his people from their sins. Alright, let's get this. To also prove that the Israelites were scattered. This is Isaiah chapter 11. And I'm going to start at 10. It says, and in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign for the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. And that root of Jesse is talking about Yahushai. Israelites that knew they were Israelites, but also to the Israelite foreigners, the Gentiles, man. Okay? That's another misconception, is there's Gentiles. And people believe that all the Gentiles are other nations. Or that if you call yourself a Gentile, or if you you know that the understanding of the Gentiles is talking about other nations, but it's not. Slakia, bear me for a second. I got a phone call, might be important.